Sony Wonder is proud to present See How They Grow, the first series of videos dedicated to Mother Nature at her most head-over-heels adorable. Wild animals, pets, farm animals, insects and spiders, forest animals, pond animals. They all show the fascinating process of these creatures growing into young adulthood. We see rabbits and foxes in the wilderness, puppies and kittens frolicking in their earliest moments, chickens, pigs, and calves in the barnyard, spiders and insects in their secret world, ducks, dragonflies, frogs, and salamanders as they celebrate their passage to young adulthood, and owls, mice, and ants heading towards their independent lives in the forest. Young children everywhere will love this series of videos about the first hours of these creatures' lives. See How They Grow, now available from Sony Wonder.
They can hardly stand on their legs, and spiders use their spinners to help catch their dinner, so they'll have more time to play.
Let's see how they grow, let's see how they grow.
Puppies just love to chew, and their teeth get stronger when they do. All the piggies in the puddle love to cuddle in the muddle. See the little baby bunnies with their fuzzy little tummies.
There's chickens, ladybugs, even snakes can use a hug.
Growing up like me and you.
Let's see how they grow.
Me and you.
Let's see how they grow.
Me and you.
Let's see how they grow. Let's see how they grow.
All creatures begin life as babies, just like you did. As they grow, they learn from their parents, from brothers and sisters and playmates, and from the world around them. They learn about neighbors and friends, about new things they've never seen before, and about playing and working together.
The animals of the jungle make a lot of noise, don't they? Except for us, that is. We're scorpions. No one has to hear us to figure that out. Just one look at our hard, dark skin and unusual shape are a dead giveaway. That's my mom with the round tummy. You can probably guess why. She's expecting babies. At the end of her tail is a sharp, poisonous stinger which she can use to protect herself. So watch out. Instead of arms, she has claws, kind of like a crab. They help her catch her supper. She has two tiny eyes at the top of her head, which will help her find a cool, dark, and quiet place to have her babies.
That looks like a cozy spot to raise a family. I kind of like the neighborhood. Not too much traffic, and even a pleasant view.
Hey, what's that funny twisted thing in the tree? It's a snake, a tree boa. Get a load of that tongue. He uses it to smell with instead of a nose. I'll bet he smells someone. I was right. There's a little green tree frog passing through.
Oh, that hill was some workout. I think I'll take a breather. Yikes! A boa! On second thought, I'm not that tired.
There's Mom again. Boy, she must be exhausted. Now that she's given birth, she has to lug all of us babies on her back. See all those little white things? There are about 15 of us, although I am the cutest. We all have little dark eyes and small suckers on our feet that help us cling to Mom for the first 2 or 3 weeks of our lives.
Oh, my aching back. The things I do for my children. I think it's about time I found a nice, dark place to rest.
Scorpions are nocturnal. That means we prefer to be out at night. Hey, that means I get to stay up late. I'm 8 weeks old now, and Mom's really glad I can walk on my own. She says she feels 50 pounds lighter. I'm beginning to look more and more like her. See the family resemblance? I've shed my skin many times already, and I'm getting more colorful, though I'm still not as dark as Mom yet. I keep myself pretty busy looking for insects to eat, so I'll grow up big and strong. Now that I can move quickly, I'm getting good at catching supper. I could have sworn I saw a tasty treat around here somewhere. Mom likes to keep an eye on me while I search. And search. And search. And search. Oh boy. Maybe we can just order in tonight. What do you get when you cross a tiger with a frog? I don't know, but I'm thinking this creature sure comes close. I wonder who he's watching.
What are you looking at? Watch it, or I may blind you with my beauty.
Beauty? Ha! I don't think so.
Then quit staring, if you know what's good for you.
Big bully. Hey, why don't you pick on someone your own size?
Go on, run home to Mama.
I bet I could have whooped him if I wanted to.
Let's see how they grow. Let's see how they grow.
Here in the misty depths of the jungle lives another unusual creature. Have you ever seen an alligator? We're cold-blooded reptiles, and we like the steamy air and murky waters of a swamp. That's my mom. She's been looking for a place to lay her eggs because she's going to have babies. Boy, is she getting tired.
House hunting is a full-time job, you know. How about here? No, not private enough. I'll keep looking. Let's see. Oh! Look out for that bush. Well, here's a nice spot. Oh, but I don't know. It doesn't feel like home. Oh, at last, yes. Just behind this bush is the perfect place.
See that cute, furry animal in the tree? That's a lemur.
I have a great view of the jungle from up here. I wonder what that alligator's doing in my neck of the woods.
Mom's dug a hole and laid her eggs inside it. She'll cover them up to keep us safe for a few months until we hatch.
Oh, at last. Some time alone. Now I can relax in a nice, cold, muddy bath.
It's been 2 months since Mom laid her eggs, and we're beginning to hatch. Look, that's me. I know I can find my way out of here somehow. I'm only 6 inches long. My eyes and nostrils are set very high on top of my head, so when I go swimming, I can still see and breathe. Paradise found. Just like Mom. I love a cool, murky bath. Aren't I a good swimmer? And I've never even taken lessons. Isn't that a pretty bird? He's a blue and gold macaw, and I think he's looking at me. Well, I have grown up quite a bit, though I'm not nearly as big as Mom yet. See that little hole behind my eye? Well, surprise, that's my ear. Each of my feet has 5 little toes. I have a great smile, don't I? Check out that dazzling set of choppers, and I don't even see a dentist.
I'd rather not look too closely, if you know what I mean.
No need to worry. I find my food down here. In fact, I know just where to go. After a short swim, I just float here like an old log in the water. And boy, do I fool a lot of folks. Who's that big old alligator? Can you believe it's me? I've put on a few pounds, and Mom's really proud. There she is now. Looks like she's in a hurry to go somewhere and doesn't have time to chat. Well, see you later, alligator. Oh, I think I'm ready for a nice long snooze.
Let's see how they grow. Let's see how they grow.
There are many tiny animals in the jungle that can be difficult to spot, like this tree frog or this scorpion. But one small animal is even harder to see. Have you ever heard someone say, "You're as slow as a snail"? Well, there's my mom. And if you watch her closely, you'll see why. She takes everything slow and easy. She's a land snail, or a gastropod. Her body is soft, moist, and muscular, and she has 2 tentacles on the top of her head. They have eyes at the very tips and 2 feelers underneath. See how she can move them in and out? Snails move by rippling their stomach like the waves of the ocean. Whoa! With muscles like those, I bet she can do a lot of sit-ups. Land snails usually lay their eggs buried under the soil and out of sight. But my mom just laid her eggs right in full view. Look how many there are! After about 2 to 3 months, it's time for us to hatch out of our eggs. That's my sister, Sally. She's very small and very pale. In fact, she's practically see-through. That's me up there on that huge mountain. Actually, it's really just the roof of our house. My name is Hilda. Here comes Mom, out to look for me. Compared to her, you can really tell how tiny we babies are.
Where is that little tyke? It's almost supper time, and I can't find her anywhere.
I'm right under your nose, Mom.
I don't see her, but I'll just keep looking. She's got to be up here somewhere.
Look out below, I'm right.
Did I hear something?
Yuck. She slimed me. Land snails live for about 10 to 15 years. And as we grow, our shells grow too. They grow from the lip, or the mouth, which is the opening where our bodies come out. watch the shell get more and more spirally as it grows larger and larger. Now I'm 5 years old and all grown up. That's my friend, Millie. She's a millipede, which means she has hundreds and hundreds of legs, 750 in all. Watch her walk. Her legs move one after another like a wave. And you thought walking was hard with 2 feet.
Good thing we millipedes don't wear shoes. A girl could go broke.
Time to rest, Millie. Take a load off. Hey, I wonder what that scorpion's doing out in the middle of the day. They usually do their roaming at night. Oh, good. He didn't see me. Those stingers make me awfully nervous.
Let's see how they grow. Let's see how they grow.
The jungle is filled with lots of interesting and wonderful animals, large and small. Some live in the safety of trees, while others live down on the jungle floor. One of the prettiest of creatures is a tiger. Wait a minute. That's not a tiger. That's a lemur.
Climbing trees is fun. I'm having such a good time. Oops! Look over there. Now that's a tiger. She may be beautiful, but one false move, and I could be her lunch. I think I'll mosey off before I whet her appetite.
Smart move. Tigers may look beautiful, but we're dangerous. And now that Mom's had a litter of cubs, she's feeling very protective of us. That's me. My name is Tommy. You have to admit I am adorable. I'm only 3 weeks old and have pale markings and wobbly legs, so Mom watches me as I go exploring. That's my sister Tina. We may look small and helpless, but we already have very sharp little teeth and claws. Tina looks like she's all ready for lunch. She's licking her lips just thinking about it.
Working up an appetite can be exhausting.
Mom's busy, though. She's licking her lips and her paws to keep clean. There's that fuzzy lemur again. They eat with their mouths open and make so much noise. I think he's disturbed Mom's bath.
Sorry, ma'am, but a guy's gotta eat. Uh-oh. Didn't mean to give you any ideas. I'd better scoot while I still can.
Here we are again after our feeding. Boy, am I stuffed. I think I really overdid it this time. And look at Tina. She's so full she can hardly walk. Her belly is dragging on the ground. Soon we'll find a cool, shady spot to digest our lunch. After all, we have to make room for dinner. Peekaboo. Who's that through the bamboo? Yes, it is us, 2 months older. We are a lot less clumsy and a lot fiercer, too.
So I've noticed. You're more than unruly children. You're downright dangerous.
Hey, you up there! Who are you hiding from? That lemur's always hanging around. He's beginning to get on my nerves. Tina looks like she's had enough excitement for one day and is ready for a nap. Look at how much darker her markings have gotten. Soon, she'll look just like Mom. Actually, I could use a little shut-eye too. Hey, what do you say, Tina? Want to snuggle? Well, we kitties are never too old to cuddle. After a whole year's time, I bet you can barely recognize me. I'm much bigger and much more independent. Now that I do all my own hunting, I almost never see that lemur around. He must be smarter than he looks. Dozing again? Sometimes Tina is so lazy.
Oh, it's only you. Little brothers are always sneaking up on you.
Hey, you want to go hunting by the river?
Not right now. I need my beauty rest.
See what I mean? Just like I told you. Lazy, lazy, lazy.
Let's see how they grow, let's see how they grow.
We'll see birds hatch from their eggs. They can hardly stand on their legs. And spiders use their spinners to help catch their dinner, so they'll have more time to play.
Let's see how they grow, let's see how they grow.
Puppies just love to chew, and their teeth get stronger when they do. All the piggies in the puddle love to cuddle in the muddle. See the little baby bunnies with their fuzzy little tummies.
There's chickens, ladybugs, even snakes can use a hug.
Growing